Blessings, everyone. So yeah, as I was saying, we can go to the inner child and feel, to ask that inner child, how do you feel about this wound or about this thing that you've been carrying for all of these decades? And just give that child space to express. So to just go inside the body and feel as this inner child is expressing. And then once the child has asked, do you feel complete? Can I ask you a question? What is it that you need? But to really take space, first and foremost, make sure you take space to witness that child in their feeling, to witness that feeling inside the body and inside the nervous system, so that your body can complete this experience with you. And that inner child can be fully seen in their authenticity and their full expression. So let's work with that. Begin by closing your eyes and tapping in what is alive for you right now. Where is the survivor self? Where is one of the ways that you show up in your life that you know that there's a wound underneath? There's an unmet need somewhere in your life. And that is precious, because that unmet need leads us to the survivor self, which leads us to the inner child, the inner wound. So being willing to scan, where is there a lot of trigger? Where is there a big unmet need in my experience? And to recognize this trigger, this unmet need underneath, that is the wound. It may be, but first we need to acknowledge the survivor self. And so as we start to feel in the body, just recognize where in the body is this moment showing up. Just naming where you're experiencing sensation right now. And then asking, noticing when the survivor self tries to hijack the experience, when the mind wants to bring you out of the moment, out of the feeling. And we simply go to that part, go to the survivor self, and say, sweetheart, thank you so much for your service. Thank you for protecting this inner child for so long. Thank you for keeping me alive. Thank you. Thank you for all the ways that you show up in order to help keep me alive, whether that's intelligence or hypervigilance or control or anger or disassociation or numbing, distraction, whatever that you do to keep me alive. Thank you. You can rest now. Thank you for your service. Please go take a break, and I will be with this inner child. I will give it the space it needs to fully feel and experience and express. You can rest. Taking a deep inhale, embracing this healthy self, this healthy parent that is here to hold all parts of you, to love all parts of you. Deep breath in. Deep breath out, sigh it out. One more. Release the jaw, sigh it out. And going to the inner child now, the wound underneath that has this unmet need right now, that has these feelings that weren't fully expressed when you were a child. And then asking that inner child, can you show me what you're feeling right now? Show me what you're feeling. And then to just tune into the body. Let that be a felt sense in your experience, in your physicality. Where in your body are you feeling sensation? Name that to yourself. Still connecting face to face with this inner child, ask them to let it all out. and to feel and be with this inner child while you're with the experience of your body. So holding that inner child if that's what it needs, or seeing it, or reflecting back what you heard that child say, fulfilling whatever expression that that child has for this experience, for this moment. And while the child is expressing, notice, does this sensation have a texture? Does it have a color? Inside your body, is it still or is it moving? Is there a color? Is there a beginning and an end? What is this sensation shaped like now? What is the shape? Letting this inner child continuously express, just staying inside the healthy self, feeling it, witnessing it inside your body. Ask, is there any more? What do you need to feel complete? Would you like to express a need to me? Or maybe you just need to be witnessed in your feeling a little bit more. Just listen to the inner child, let them guide you. And then ask them, can I ask you what your need is? What are you needing? What is your universal need? Is it to be seen? Is it to be accepted? Is it a need for peace? A need for connection or cooperation? A need for safety or security? A need for support? Just be with the need and ask that child what that need is. And then take another moment with this child and ask them if you can hold them, or ask them if there's another way that they'd like to complete this experience. They'd like to have their feeling and need acknowledged, have their wound acknowledged. And then feeling and imagining all of your infinite upon infinite angels and guides, rushing to love that inner child, to play with that inner child, and to connect and love the survivor self. Give the survivor self whatever pampering and healing that they need. Imagine all of you dissolving into light and seated inside the altar of the heart. Imagine the survivor self and the inner child and the healthy self all seated together inside of the mind. The healthy self holding the inner child, and the survivor self inside the physical body, inside of every cell. welcome you to stay and feel and meditate as long as you'd like. Thank you so much for doing this work in the world. Many blessings.